Recorded live with little or no editing. It's Defense Up. I'm Run 7. How you doing? Today we're going over Lex Lethal's Crucible defense. Lex Lethal is a good friend of mine and streamer. His links will be in the description below, and we're going to find out what he's using on defense today. We had Pathfinder Gaming, BeniWestSide. We had ZKG. Who else did we have? Did we have somebody else in there? I think that was it. All helping me out, and of course, chat in there too. If you want to be a part of the conversation, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is when we do the MSF streams. You can join us for the behind-the-scenes stuff and throw in your 2 cents on chat there. So we have team number 1, which is the Rebirth team. I kind of like this. He's invested in Agent Venom a little bit more, and that's for raids. You need Agent Venom to hit harder, and this team lacks a little bit of damage. But it's not the damage you want on defense, it's their sustainability, which is why we have Maria Hill in here. Healing on blocks, and this team blocks a lot. They block all the time. This isn't something you will probably use in Masters, but it's great at the Platinum level, at the early Diamond level. It's going to work pretty well there. I like the ISOs. The placement isn't going to matter too much. You just kind of want Captain America taunting away from Agent Venom and Peggy Carter. So this looks good. It's not exciting. It's not going to stop anybody, but sometimes they can get hung up on it and lose some efficiency points. I like to use a SA Kestrel Shang against this. It deletes it real quick. A lot of times there's other teams that I want to use my SA on, and then it becomes frustrating for me. So A for this team, no problems here. We will have to replace it with a better defense once, I don't know, Scopely sells us one or we get a bigger roster or something. All right, team number 2 is the YA team. Everything done right here. Make sure your Squirrel Girl is not in the corner. You can move Miss Marvel out of the corner as well for the same reasons, which is you want to place disrupts on Miss Marvel. You want to place that ability block on Squirrel Girl, and some of the counters that go in here chain after they do that. And you want them to chain in the wrong direction, hopefully, or only get half the team or something like that. So a lot of times we pull them off the corner. Make sure Squirrel Girl is off the corner for sure. Miss Marvel isn't as important these days. We've got so many things that take care of this team now. It's not built up super big. You don't want to invest any more in this team as its time has come and gone. But how it is looking pretty good. I can give another A for this one. Another not super exciting team, but it's there. All right, team number 3 is the Gamma team. I don't like the Striker on She-Hulk. I think she should be a skirmisher or a healer. Brawn could be a skirmisher or a healer. Hulk could, I mean, all of these characters could be healers if you wanted to go the full healer route, but I think that She-Hulk should actually be changed to a skirmisher or a healer, and Brawn changed to a healer maybe. Give this team a little bit more longevity. The new word on the street is that we're moving Green Hulk and Red Hulk as far away from each other as possible. That's what people are trying these days. Supposedly, that's the thing. It makes the team last longer, and it gives your Red Hulk a chance to get his charges and pop off that way, rather than the adjacent splash damage, which people were learning quickly how to work around that. So what we could do is maybe, yeah, just let's move Green Hulk out to the left and Red Hulk out to the right, I guess, and then leave the placement the same is probably going to work. I'm not a big fan of the ISOs, and if you wanted to go with the older placement, it would be something like Green Hulk, Red Hulk, She-Hulk, off from one side to the other, and then Abomination and Brawn wherever, you know, they're left over. Either way, I use this team on offense. I like them on offense. Other people are using bits and pieces on defense and hybrids and comps and stuff like that, but I think we definitely should just rethink these ISOs. I'm going to go A- on this team. It's still a super good team, and the placement is kind of up in the air. We're finding so many different counters for so many teams now that the placement tends to change day by day. It's really getting hard to dock people on placement because they either don't know or know something I don't know, so who knows. Anyway, moving on to team number 4 is the Unlimited X-Men. This is another one. We used to have Gambit right next to Rogue, but now there's so many different counters going into this that doesn't really matter. Gamma Dorm is a thing. There's an SA Kestrel composition that goes into this, all kinds of stuff, so it really doesn't matter where the placement is. Just make sure your Rogue is off to the outside. That's probably the best bet. And Pathfinder Gaming says that he's replacing Phantom X with Red Hulk, and he thinks that he might place Fire Chicken with Red Hulk in the future once he gets his Phantom X built up bigger. Could be a thing. I don't know. Maybe he's onto something. Anyway, this team looks pretty good. I like Phantom X as a Raider rather than a Striker, but Striker is okay. Yeah, I'm going to give this one an A. There's nothing else to be done here, really. Just conjecture on what you like for ISO choices. All right, and team number 5. I don't care what anybody says. I still think Noir is trash. I don't want him on my roster. I don't want him definitely on defense. There is a case to be made to those of you who have a really big, well-developed Noir. He can cause problems. I just don't find the value for him outside of this room, this Crucible, on this team right now, and that's it. Outside of that, there's no value to him. He's not used anywhere. I can't figure out how to make him work, so I don't think he's worth building. I think he's kind of a waste. I think a better choice in here would be APOC. Put APOC in here, this team gets real tough. It's not undefeatable, but it's real tough. Probably a better choice, however, would be to pull these two teams and use them separately, using the Eternals on different compositions, like into the Unlimited X-Men, and using the Tangled Web probably on a mirror into a team, something like this, with a speed adjustment, so that you get the drop on them, and then you can easily beat this team with the mirror. So, yeah, I don't like Noir. I think that was a wasted investment. I don't like him on this team, and I think you should pull the whole team. I'm going to give this one a C+. The rest of the team is fine. It's just, I think Noir is just a real big waste. I think he's a liability. He's not going to do any good on this one. If anything, he's just going to kill extra Gregs or something and make the opponents go faster if they want to come in with a dicey counter like that. So for me, it's not a big win here. I'd rather see this team on offense and throw something else in here on defense. All right, and team number 6, of course, is the Wakandans. We're all frustrated that we're still having to use this team. It almost feels like Crucible is just 5 rooms at this point, because you kind of have to throw your Wakandans in on 6 so that they have to use their Masters of Evil on 6. Otherwise, they'll have a Masters of Evil team to easy button just about any room. And so it's not really any fun, but you know, this is a good team. It's whoever you have built the most of your Wakandans, use them. And if they're all even and you want to build them up more, then I suggest the War Dogs, not M'Baku, not Killmonger, but the War Dogs. The other thing is, let's get our placement adjusted. We're going to move the 2 Black Panthers to the outside and Shuri in the middle, with Nakia and Okoye in the back row. Otherwise, this is fine. The ISOs are great choices. The investment level is just right. I think it's everything you need and wanted in a defense that is totally wasted because Scopely put such garbage rules in, forcing us to buy teams that we don't really want to buy. I'm going to go A- on this team. Just a placement tweak is about all we need. Otherwise, looking pretty good. If you have better ideas of what to use in 5, or any ideas of what to use Noir on, please let me know in the comments down below. Or if you just have some interesting compositions that you want to place in some of the other rooms, I'm always open to those ideas. You can leave those in the comments below, or you can find me on Discord and have a conversation with me about that directly. My door is always open. Remember, guys, don't just have a good game, be good to yourselves and others too, and I'll see you next time. Bye.